Floods are devastating. Water inundates and then separates you from your neighbors and friends and sometimes even your family. All of a sudden, you can be feeling very, very alone. And that's when you need help that won't get washed away. Before we get into floods, friends, and floating, welcome to Mornings with Bishop Robert. Thanks for joining me. My goal is to introduce people to the Jesus they never knew, and then help them get to know him and his word personally and better. So, if our time together today speaks to your heart, let me invite you to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. You know, as I share this with you, floods are ravaging Pakistan after 100-year monsoon rains. In the U.S., major cities in Mississippi, Arizona, Texas, Nevada, and Kentucky are underwater. Not too long ago, Austria was facing deadly mudslides and floods in Carinthia after a record rainfall. And South Africa was battling floodwaters a few months ago. And Lagos, Nigeria, in the northern part of Africa, dealt with them at this time last year. When disaster floods in, actually or figuratively, everyone needs help. They need skills and equipment. Helpers need to be involved for the long haul because rebuilding will take time. Just a few days ago, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear stood in one of the hardest hit communities and said 4 words they were hoping to hear. We aren't going anywhere. Everyone understands they'll face issues in life. But facing them alone, that's hard. It's encouraging to hear people with the power and ability to help out say, we aren't going anywhere. Today's verse says, I will never leave you or forsake you. When we face the trials of life, we never need to face them alone. God himself has promised that he will walk through them with us. And part of the grace of him being with us is that he's called people to follow him. So we often find other people who love Jesus walking with us in the toughest of times. Not only that, but God commands angels concerning you with instructions to guard you in all your ways. Now, don't overlook their assistance just because you can't see them. Usually can't see them. My life has been saved by angelic intervention. An angel placing his hand on my back and pushing me upright as I fell backwards down a flight of stairs. God, angels, other people, altogether that's a team that makes any load lighter and every challenge easier. You know, there are some things that are impossible to do unless others are involved in the effort. Obstacles are often impossible to overcome alone. You know, as the Union Pacific Railroad was being constructed, an elaborate Trestle Bridge was built across Dale Creek Canyon in Wyoming. Now, a trestle bridge involves all kinds of timbers, so many different elements working together. Wanting to test the bridge, the chief bridge engineer loaded a train with enough extra cars and equipment to double its normal payload. The train was then driven to the middle of the bridge, parked, where it stayed for an entire day. One worker asked him, "Are you trying to break this bridge?" "No," came the reply. "I'm trying to prove that the bridge won't break." Many times, we face a choice. Will we allow obstacles to stop us? Or will we keep pressing on regardless of opposition and trouble? Will we join our hands and hearts together and find a pathway to victory, building bridges instead of barriers? Yeah, it'd be nice if following God meant that things will always work out well, people would always like us. The reality is that Many times doing what's right requires overcoming obstacles, and that often requires deliberate cooperation. We should not expect constant, smooth sailing, nor should we allow troubles that arise to break up our team or convince us to quit. Let's keep our eyes on the goal set before us and press on to take hold of it. Let's keep our eyes on Jesus, who's promised that he will never leave you or forsake you. He's not going anywhere. Hey, why don't you come back tomorrow? I'm not going anywhere either. We're in this together. As we wrap up, can I ask you to help me build a bridge that connects people to the Jesus they never knew? And then help them get to know him and his word personally and better? Please like this video to help more people see it. And follow or subscribe so that you and I can get together every day. And one more thing, share this with a friend, would you? Because as you do, you're part of the team, touching hearts all over the world with the love of Jesus. Thanks for helping.